On the last part, a newly powered up Piccolo and Vegeta face off against Frieza. Vegeta, who has potential unlocked by Guru, is at a power level of 10 million, while Piccolo, who has the entire Namekian race in him, is at a power level of 50 million. Second form Frieza can't seem to catch a break. He first gets slapped around before getting pummeled to the ground repeatedly. Frieza was in a fit of rage and decides to transform all the way into his final form. However, his final form is weakened here. Instead of being at 60 million, Frieza is only at 45 million because he was injured by Vegeta and Piccolo beforehand. Piccolo and Vegeta were able to push Frieza back, sending him flying away. However, in the distance, they can feel Frieza's power rising even more, far past Piccolo and Vegeta's current power level. However, Vegeta formulates a plan, asking Piccolo to injure him very badly and then heal him up, exploiting the powers of Saiyans, the Zenkai boost. The plan is carried out and Vegeta gets a huge Zenkai boost, bringing him to a power level of 18 million. Full power Frieza now faces off against Vegeta. They were pretty evenly matched originally. However, with Piccolo's support and Frieza's inability to stay at full power, Frieza starts getting obliterated by Vegeta. Frieza was desperate. He would do anything not to get killed by the Saiyan monkeys he despised. So he launches a huge ki ball, not towards Vegeta, but towards the planet. The ki blast tears through the center of planet Namek as the entire planet slowly starts to collapse inward onto himself. Frieza curses. He held back way too much. The planet was supposed to explode instantaneously. Vegeta prepares a big back attack. He has to end this now. Frieza tries to launch one last desperate assault, but it's no use, as Vegeta finally kills off Frieza for good. Vegeta collapses onto the floor, laughing in elation. He had done it. He had done what he had been training to do since he was so young. He had finally killed Frieza and avenged the Saiyan race. Now, Piccolo was next. Vegeta looks around. However, he realizes that Piccolo had already long left. After seeing that Vegeta could take care of Frieza on his own, Piccolo knew that Vegeta would go after him next, so he decided to make his retreat, and therefore Piccolo left Namek in one of the spaceports. As planet Namek explodes, this is where we'll begin the video. Let's get straight into it. Piccolo retreats to a planet he was confident Vegeta wouldn't find him at. This planet was mostly abandoned, but it had an atmosphere, which means both humans and Saiyans could breathe. Currently, they couldn't go back to Earth, no way. Vegeta would easily find them there, and they were not strong enough to face Vegeta just yet. Piccolo, with the knowledge of Kami and the Grand Elder Guru and basically every Namekian, decides to create a new set of Dragon Balls. These Dragon Balls were essentially a fusion of both Porunga and Shenron, and was much stronger than both of the wish-granting dragons. Meanwhile, Frieza's army was left in disarray. Kinko, who has heard of Frieza's passing, decides to play it safe for now, as he does not want to face Vegeta's wrath. So Vegeta has now declared himself the king of Frieza's army. Frieza had left a power vacuum specifically for him to fill. This was his destiny. Vegeta was honestly kinda disgusted at the current state of Frieza's army. However, there wasn't anyone who was anything remarkable or strong, and most of them were just despicable, low-level individuals. So Vegeta decided to clean the army up. Via a tournament format, the weak were killed off and only the strong remained. Vegeta also continued recruitment efforts as well, trying to expand his army to an even larger scale. Meanwhile, Vegeta continues his intense training. He knows that there will come one day where the Z Fighters will come back and find him again to seek revenge. There was also the problem of Kinko that was left unresolved. He had already sent recruits to Earth. However, these recruits reported back there weren't any sign of the Z Fighters on Earth. Goku was now revived, had also begun his training once again. He needed to obtain a new power if he wanted any hope in defeating Vegeta. Currently, Piccolo is the strongest of the group. He was able to unlock his own potential to his maximum due to his profound understanding of the Dragon Clan Namekian abilities, which means he essentially has the potential unleashed or mystic form like in Dragon Ball Super Hero. He knew that there were higher levels of powers that he could access in the future as well, however now he was still not strong enough. He does tell Goku about the Super Saiyan, which is what Goku is currently striving towards. Just like that, a year passes. Goku and the rest feel ready. Goku and Gohan had mastered Super Saiyan during this period of time, and they hoped it would be enough to defeat Vegeta for good. Piccolo, however, decides to stay behind. The Dragon Balls and hence Piccolo's life was far too important, even though Piccolo was still far stronger than Goku and Gohan currently. So now we go off to Frieza Planet 79. Vegeta was having a good time ruling as Emperor. He had several powerful henchmen, though none remotely near his level, and his army was bigger than ever. However, suddenly in the distance, he senses a powerful key signature. Vegeta stands up in alarm. He recognizes that, no, it isn't Goku and Gohan. They aren't here just yet, and they know how to conceal their power levels. This person was none other than King Ko back to reclaim his empire. King Ko steps off his ship. Wow, Vegeta really transformed the place. King Ko slowly strides to Vegeta's castle in arrogance, casually destroying property and lives that got in his way. Vegeta flies and stops King Ko in his tracks, telling King Ko that it was time for him to die like his son did. But all King Ko does is laugh. King Ko had a confident expression on his face, and Vegeta couldn't wait to wipe it off as he smirks, powering up to his maximum. However, in this scenario, Vegeta still hasn't unlocked Super Saiyan. He holds this misguided notion that he was a Super Saiyan after defeating Frieza back on Namek. This is unlike Goku and Gohan, who do have knowledge about what an actual Super Saiyan is due to Piccolo's knowledge from the Namekian Book of Legends. Vegeta charges straight at King Ko, and King Ko barely intercepts the blow. Vegeta then sends King Ko flying away. King Ko catches himself. Looks like he had to take things more seriously. The same monkey wasn't cocky for no reason. King Ko himself doesn't have as much potential as Frieza, however, he's been doing some training on and off. His new form should be more than enough to clean up this pile of mess. King Ko grins deeply as he powers up as well, and Vegeta can't believe it. What was this? When could King Ko transform? Slowly, the light dissipates. King Ko reveals himself, relishing in Vegeta's shocked expression. This was Golden King Ko. Vegeta braces himself and King Ko charges straight in, but he can't even perceive King Ko's movements. One moment King Ko was just standing there. Suddenly, Vegeta had an air knocked out of him as he was sent flying everywhere around the planet. King Ko continues his brutal and relentless assault. At this point, Vegeta was basically being tortured and tormented by King Ko. This wasn't a fight, no. This was a full-on one-sided beatdown. While all these were taking place, the Z Fighters bar Piccolo arrived on the planet concealing their power levels. What they witnessed shocked them. Vegeta was on the brink of death, and there was a new enemy whose power they couldn't even begin to fathom. So, what will Goku and the rest of the Z Fighters do? Will Vegeta perish to King Ko, or will Vegeta somehow survive this fight? Well, these are all questions we'll answer in the next part on Dragon Ball Z.